Thank you for being today. In engineering science especially, we want to talk about every problems, especially some main questions. So in my major in acoustic and vibration, we have so many problems if we don't care about that. So in English, you want to describe everything with the controversial issues or challenges. There are some plans such as cause and effects, or describe about advantages or disadvantages, or for and against. So in this presentation, I would like to talk about my major in subsection about advantages or disadvantages. One of the popular method in engineering science, industrially or academically, about 6M or 6M methods, about machines, manpower methods, material, mother nature, and measurements. So all engineers must be heard about all 6 titles. There are some advantages or disadvantages as this list about comprehensive analysis, structured problem solving, holistic perspective, collaboration and communication, and proactive approach. In the other side, about disadvantages such as complexity, subjectivity, overlooking interactions, lack of quantitative analysis, and limited scope. 6M methods are a kind of problem-solving methods to present, to detect all subjects, especially in workplaces. Another presentation to talk about problem solving is another representative problems about fishbone diagram. This is the structure of fishbone diagram to categorize title, subtitle, subtitles. It's a kind of cause and effects sections. Firstly, you have to talk about problems, and in substructure, you have to talk about cause and subcauses. Actually, if I want to talk about advantages or disadvantages, it's maybe a short list to talk about fishbone diagram, especially visual representation, organized analysis, identifying root causes, team collaboration, and structured approach. And also about disadvantages are including subjectivity limited to known causes, time consuming, lack of quantitative analysis, and oversimplification. In the next slide, I want to present hybrid method, such as 6M method and fishbone diagram. So it's so simple to mix 2 previous mentioned methods, material, machinery, manpower, and so on. So in this hybrid method, you can see advantages and disadvantages. So engineers cannot omit about disadvantages. In every method there are some advantages and disadvantages, profits or non-profit actually. So you can see comparative analysis, structure framework, visual representation, collaboration, communication, root cause, identification. They're all they mentioned in previous slides. And you can easily watch complexity, time-consuming, subjectivity, overlooking, interaction, and limit quantity analysis. So, about my major, acoustical quality control processing. So, I want to talk about two mentioned method to mix about my major, acoustic engineering. So, it's the final target to increase quality in measurement or in acoustic simulation and modeling in mechanical engineering or in electrical engineering. So that's so simple to organize to hybrid on the fishbone diagram. So if I want to talk to summarize about my major and fishbone diagram and sixth method, the main problems, especially on equipment, firstly. There are so many uncertainties, parameters unknown, so we have to cover all problems. So lack of equipments or lack precisely on equipments can increase enormously to monitoring, in condition monitoring, in health monitoring too. So, as an example, in poor quality materials, interference with measurement because of low quality equipment, such as microphone, such as so many electrical equipments. That's so professional, I don't like to talk about in details. So we are tracking some sub-targets to reach all goals, acoustical qualities, such as comprehensive training programs, quality control, modern equipment, regular maintenance, robust monitoring, audits, standards, procedures, training to the engineers or workers on workplace, and finally control environment variables. So you can see at this moment, because of opening the windows, there are so many noises from the nature. So engineers must cover all problems with so many areas, especially to these labs with design very it's a kind of geometry, especially in acoustic labs. In subtitles to talk about structural acoustics in geometry and equipments too. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Some response from our class for Hassan Louis' presentation.
Sure. So acoustic engineering is often overlooked in the engineering field, right? But it's quite important.
Yes.
You know, it applies not only for spectacles like music, but also has many other applications. I know even cinemas use it, right?
Yes.
So which one is your area of expertise?
In my major, especially to work on the sound localization, especially on designing airplane. Yes, when you sit down on the seat on the airplane, you can hear a lot of noisy parameters from the structures of the airplane in so many areas, in training especially. So to find the sound source in some locations, in my opinion, that's so important, and there are a lot of challenges because it mixes to noises with the nature. So Because of man-made equipments such as sensors in so many materials such as piezoelectrics, piezoelectrics and other materials. So we added so many challenges to solve the problems, especially to acoustic emissions from structures or other things. So as you said, in theaters, saloons, or in cinema, yes, or in conference hall, you have to control the acoustics of the all materials or things are equipped on the circumstance.
It's so complicated, kind of a whole system, right?
Yeah.
So, Carl mentioned it's overlooked, right?
Yes. Usually, when you say engineering, you don't think about sound engineering.
Wow.
Everyone will think about, I don't know, it's mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer engineering. Acoustic engineering is very, well regarded. It doesn't get the respect it should get.
Yes. But in mechanical engineering, we are focusing on mechanical systems. In electrical engineering, to design sensors or electronics boards. Yes.
Yeah.
So in ocean engineering or in civil engineering, to talk about health monitoring of bridge or concrete structures. So in my perspective, all engineering science can collaborate to solve acoustic problems. Yeah.
Can I go to the next slide?
This one?
Oh, yeah, I have one question. Do you heard about process mining?
Process?
Process mining.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to know, is there any similarity? Because when we learn process mining, we learn, we are from computer science, we have different flow of work.
Mm-hmm.
So I found that the way you presented excellent presentation, it's good. Like in my major, we see like what we make a plan. There is some tolerance.
Yeah.
So when we execute our plan.
Actually, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, this is very interesting. I like this the problem solving and find the cause of the problem. So do you think that this can boost our work?
Sure.
In our environment, or following this diagram?
Yes. It's a benchmark. So, if I were you, I strongly recommend all of my friends in this class to track this diagram or previous method in your major. Because this diagram can help you to solve your problems as soon as possible. In my diaries, in my activities, every day, I'm using simpler than this diagram in my activities to organize my duties and problems. So many my friends said, how to solve your problems. These days, because of technological devices such as internet, ChatGPTs, YouTube.com, I think nobody can claim I cannot solve my problems. So this is one of the biggest findings for human beings. Yeah.
There is one philosopher, founder of Toyota. He also present the way of thinking, like
yes.
5 why, yeah, to find root cause. I think it's very, very useful diagram.
And also, in my opinion, hard working was finished a long time. Now we have to consider smartly to solve our problems by this method or previous method. Yes, also all of these, besides these methods, we have a lot of maybe the newest methods to solve our problems. So all of these are in the problem-solving families. So yes, there is another method or way, such as mind mapping. Mind mapping is very, very practical in my life up to now. Yes. Do you have any question?
Very professional, and also try to maybe.
But I tried to be simpler for my friends, because all of my friends are studying in another majors and fields. Yes, but based on quote of the Einstein, he said, if you are sure in your study, you have to teach for your grandmother or grandfather. So I tried to present these slides with the so simpler vocabularies and description for my friends to know in details. Yes, and deeply.
About our way of thinking, maybe change our way of thinking in that way to solve the problem.
Yes.
Even in our daily life, we also need some kind of a way of thinking.
Yes.
To think logic.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's very important. Now here, 6M
So,
method.
I recommend again for you, please search on the internet about transferable skills. Problem solving is one of the transferable skills based on UN descriptions for maybe 2022. Yes. So problem solving these days is very important factor to increase, to grow up. Yes. But this slide and the next slide is a general description. Yes, it's a general description.
And yeah, quality control. Okay, no more problem. Maybe too complicated for me, right? Yeah. Okay. And I like your here. This is kind of a fishbone diagram. Yeah. So you hear now why here effect is here? Effect you mean?
Effect means final target.
This is the problem solved, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have some